What's up, gang? Evil here. Today is the first video I've ever shot with my DSLR on video. This video, well, nothing too exciting or crawler related. It is related to something I've been meaning to do for a long time, and that is pick up the Kyosho Javelin re-release. The Kyosho, I think, went into restructuring, some financial issues, and I think they've completely pulled budget for doing all of these cool reissue cars. So I figured I better pick up the Javelin while I could. I'm going to crack this box open here and start going through the build on this thing. Maybe. Anyway, bunch of crap. Let's start building this, and I'll quit boring you guys with this stuff. Alright, it is all in box. It has been a minute. Chassis in one piece pretty much, for the most part. I just got done building the steering rack, and the steering rack on this thing, get the focus here. Steering rack on this thing is amazing. There's almost no slop in it. Kyosho just does it right. They do a good job with their tolerances. This thing is super precise. There's no ball bearings in it at all. But it's super smooth, no binding. Good stuff. I forgot how good Kyosho kits really were. Now on to my least favorite part of any build, shocks. Alright, so we've sort of come to a critical part in the build where I've had to decide on electronics. This is something that kind of annoys me in builds, is in the instructions, right in the middle of building the kit, they're having you install the electronics. Most of the time I like to build the car and then decide what electronics I want to get in it, if I don't have them laying around or whatever. For this one, it being sort of a vintage rebuild, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to put a classic brush system in it. So I did some searching around and I found this. So this is it's a Kyosho Le Mans 240S brushless setup. It's got a Kyosho ESC and a Kyosho 15.5 motor. Unfortunately, it does not come in the cool plastic can that the Kyosho motor is used to. There is the motor. So anyway, this really resembles the old school Le Mans motors. Here's the ESC. It says it has a metal case, which is really cool. All black wiring, which I like. I always try and do my brushless motors. Oh yeah, that is definitely an aluminum case. It's cold to the touch. For servo, I'm just going to do a standard high-tech, what is this, HS430BH. It's about a 60-ounce servo. It's decently fast. We'll try this out. I have a more expensive Futaba option if this doesn't pan out. And for radio, I'm using my 4PL, just because I find this radio sort of reminiscent of the old Pulsar from back in the day. It just reminds me of it to look at it. They were shaped differently, but still the same basic layout. So I'm gonna go Futaba and Kyosho for control of this car. The car is pretty much done. I'm getting ready to mount the tires here on it for the first time, and then I just got to mount the electronics in it. Alright, so really wrapping up now. I got the electronics installed and just verify that everything works. I haven't gotten to drive it yet. This is my driver, but it's pretty much wrapped up. I'm going to put the driver in it, put the roll cage on it, and put the final few stickers on it. Then we'll take some pictures and then take it out and run it.